if there was one performance from Grammy night that you are so happy you were there for, what is it?
Pink Pony Club.
Wow. Whoa.
I mean, the tribute, obviously we just talked about it. So like removing the tribute, which is like 10 performances in one, like that was an epic performance of Pink Pony Club.
Dope.
But there's so many good things. Like I have another, but you go.
Okay, for me,
if you say mine, my other one,
I probably am. My highlight of the entire night was the Best New Artist compilation performance. That was.
I was gonna say Doechii was like definitely top 3 moment.
Of course, y'all. This is a prediction. I mean, I guess it's already happening, but like I truly see Doechii just taking over the world. Like it's just happening. She is unbelievable.
So fucking good.
I think she's like bringing a whole new life to music. Like I'm like so stoked by what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
But that whole compilation, everybody, Benson Boone killed it as usual. And then right into Doechii, which like was actually life-changing.
Yeah.
It was actually insane. And then Teddy, who we love, and we got to interview Ray for the Grammys. And then Ray, just to close it all off. Like, it was such a good year for new artists.
Absolutely. And I also feel like the awards, the show itself this year was so strong because there were 2 more Best Artist nominations. I can't remember them off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But they knew, because they were not super poppy, put them in different parts of the show.
Yeah.
So they didn't like set anyone up to not look good. And I was like great.
It's really cool. I think the Grammys have been taking care of their Best New Artist classes a lot lately.
Yes.
Which I think is really special because the Grammys have a lot of power and influence. You know, a lot of people watch it. I think 20 million people watched it this year.
Wow.
You know, like people are really paying attention. That's not to mention like TikTok clips and all that. So, you know, I think really platforming the Best New Artist class, as they call it, is a really special thing. Were there any awards, like people who did acceptance speeches that you were just like, this feels right, or like this is extra emotional? Did you have any of those moments?
Okay, my extra emotional moment was less so in the awards and more in the tribute, which I think we already we talked about a little bit earlier. But that moment was probably when I got the most emotional. My dad actually texted me back and was like, "Are you drinking? Like, is that why you're emotional?" I was like, "No, I would have been sobbing anyway. Thank you." Right.
No, it had absolutely nothing to do with the open bar.
But as that opened at 1:00 and the show started at what time? 5?
5, yeah.
5,
no,
right.
6. No,
5.
You're right.
30?
No, you're right.
Meet in the middle. Anyway, but as far as like winners of awards, what did you just ask? You asked,
I said, were there any like
good ones?
Acceptance speeches that really got you?
Oh, Chapel's for sure.
Oh, that's cool.
And I didn't know. I think everyone knew like if she gets an award, she's gonna say something.
Okay. Well, she said that. She said in an interview years ago that if she wins a Grammy ever, that she would call people out.
Okay. Now, see, I was expecting it because she's been so outspoken for the LGBT community. Right. I thought it was going to be something in that direction. So I was particularly like, huh? As soon as it was about like the industry itself. And what's even crazier is at that moment, we were hanging out with some people that were in the industry, like not as artists. So it was definitely like an extra moment of like, it's getting warm in here. Like, who? But good for her. I think she made the right decision to do that.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting moment to like in person witness the moment of her putting her Grammy Award on the ground to finish her speech.
And I love that she did it scared. Like, I feel like you could see like that notebook was shaking.
She was nervous.
And I'm like, the fact that she went out there anyway and did it, and she has a lot to lose now. You know what I mean? Like 6 months ago, a year ago, it's like, it was what it was. Now it's like her entire career is on the line and she's still doing that.
You know, I got really emotional watching Doechii win this year. Because I know I said I like she's gonna take over the industry. I just feel it coming. Like she's incredible. But you could tell it really meant something to her. Well, we only have a couple minutes left, but I think it's only appropriate that we talk about Album of the Year.
Yeah, that was I'm shocked it's a controversial award. Like I kind of like. There were other albums in that category that I probably listened to. No, not probably. I did. Like if I had a vinyl record of Short and Sweet, I would have that would be hanging on by a thread at this point. Like that was my favorite album of the year from my personal enjoyment.
So Jonathan's album of the year is Short and Sweet.
Right. But I can fully acknowledge, as far as best album goes, cultural impact, moving the needle forward in the world, pushing yourself as an artist, Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
100%.
I think my album of the year, like yours, was probably Short and Sweet, or Sweetener by Ariana Grande, which did not get a nomination this year, weirdly.
Talk about a big snub.
I'm kidding.
No, for maybe not for album of the year, but pop vocal album.
No, I said Sweetener.
Oh,
Which is just always my
You're
favorite
right. You're
Ariana
right.
album.
Sorry.
I listen to it every time of the year, every year.
Yes, Eternal Sunshine wasn't nominated.
I know.
for anything, was it?
Eternal Sunshine. No, it was up for pop vocal album.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Also, speaking of, I think a snub. Can we talk a little bit about like our good friend Teddy Swims?
I was disgusted. I was okay.
I have no issue that he listen. Chappell Roan getting Best New Artist.
I agree.
Right, but like. No nomination for Lose Control. That's been on the Hot 100 for over a year. Still top 10. Still top 10.
Actually insane. I expected, like when nominations were coming out in November, I expected to see Lose Control all over that ballot.
Totally.
And Beautiful Things, Benson Boone.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
And like I'm the first one to tell people like the Grammys are not a popularity contest. That being said, those are both also phenomenal songs with phenomenal vocal performances from both of them.
I know.
Also, fun fact, did you know that Julian Bunetta, who did Lose Control, also did all the One Direction stuff?
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that fun?
Oh my God.
And I think also a bunch of Sabrina Carpenter songs. Could be crazy though.
I commented on Sabrina's picture when she posted like after the awards.
Did she
that
respond?
had won. Yeah. Me and Sabrina just chilling.
Right.
No, but I commented and I just wrote finally because I have been a fan of Sabrina for so long,
have.
and I really like. Emails I Can't Send deserved a pop vocal album nomination. Like like she should have received Grammy nominations prior to this year.
Feather.
Hello. Song of the year.
I know. It's a maybe record of the year.
Okay.
I think it was amazing.
Yeah.
I really love that song.
How did you feel about
Great.
Song and record?
Oh.
Not as great?
Not as great, but here's the thing. That is not my genre of music.
That's
so I
true.
feel
Yeah.
like when I was thinking about songs that like had a cultural impact, that's not where I have blinders in a way. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, it wasn't deserved. Cause no, it was a huge moment. It just wasn't the moment that I was tuned into the same way that I was to like Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, even a little bit less like Charlie XCX and Billie Eilish, who were, all incredible albums. And
Yeah. There was definitely a sense of shock in the section surrounding us.
I would agree.
When he won. There was a lot of, what? The kind of like verbal what?
Yeah.
But then also the song starts playing as he goes to accept the award and the whole place sings along.
I will say, I think my only like hesitancy with that song getting the award is it is a diss track.
Yeah.
And I feel like, do we like establishing the precedent of like, write a song taking a massive dump on another artist, and that's going to get you a Grammy?
Cut to next year, it's all diss tracks.
Right, and like, and I also understand that like the pettiness makes the industry go around. Like, Taylor Swift albums are about X. Like that's just normal. Like, so I don't know.
Listen, I expected Texas Hold'em, Birds of a Feather, or Espresso to get in both of those categories. I expected wins for those songs.
Thanks so much for watching this clip from our podcast, Counter-Melodies.
If you'd like to watch the full episode, be sure to click the link in the description.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.